The war in Ukraine continues with full intensity. August 5th, 2026. Zaporizhzhia direction. Drone operators already airborne before the targets even know they've been found. Soldiers moving toward positions. Soldiers crossing open ground. Soldiers who chose the wrong place at the wrong time. One by one, the operator works through the sector. Each one reached before it accomplishes what it came here to do. What you're about to see is one shift's work. And the question at the end is simple. How many of these does it take before Russia stops sending them? This footage has been seen before, but what's captured here is a wider angle that shows the full picture. A Russian soldier in southern Donetsk, 1 meter between him and the drone, a tree the only thing separating them. He gestures at it, says something, clearly trying to reason with it, tell it to leave. Whether he even has a weapon isn't clear from this angle. The operator keeps circling, looking for the right moment. The soldier keeps talking to something that isn't listening. Eventually, the angle opens up and the drone commits. Open ground, no other soldiers visible, no support nearby. A soldier moving alone through a sector that looks quiet from the surface. The reconnaissance drone has been tracking him for a while before the FPV arrives. The moment he spots it, he dives into the grass and goes completely still, betting that the drone will lose him in the vegetation. The drone tracked him here. It knows exactly where he is. A Russian soldier spotted lying under a tree, resting, unaware of what's already closing in. The drone reaches him before he gets up. Zaporizhzhia direction. Supply routes that Russian forces depend on to keep their positions functional. Ronin battalion operators working through them daily, finding vehicles before they complete their deliveries. Ammunition that doesn't arrive, fuel that doesn't reach the vehicles, equipment that stops where it gets intercepted. Each strike doesn't just take out a vehicle. It removes what that vehicle was carrying from the equation. Step by step, the capacity to sustain operations in this sector keeps eroding. A routine reconnaissance flight over the Pokrovsk plains. A Russian soldier spotted moving below. The operator pivots immediately and closes in. The soldier sees the drone coming, reaches for his weapon, still on his shoulder, not yet in his hands, and runs out of time before he gets it aimed. The drone reaches him first. 2 more soldiers spotted moving through the sector. Separate positions, same outcome. The first one doesn't make it to where he was going. The operator adjusts and finds the second. Neither of them knew they were already being tracked when they started moving. A high-rise building in Soledar, Donetsk region, being used as a Russian Molniya UAV command post. A Ukrainian MiG-29 delivers a GBU-62 guided bomb strike. The building that was coordinating drone strikes goes down with a single hit. A Russian soldier sent forward to plant a flag. No weapon, just the flag he was supposed to pose with for propaganda footage. Then a Ukrainian drone finds him. Unarmed, no way to fight back, he does the only thing available. Waves the flag at the drone, using it as a shield from behind a tree. The Achilles Brigade 429th operators watch the whole performance. It doesn't last long. Footage from inside a Ukrainian Special Forces operation. They've slipped into a Russian rear position undetected, closer than anyone inside realizes. They immediately began a search deep in the forest using an FPV drone. They spotted the Russian soldiers sleeping in their hiding places. Before the Russian soldier even realized what was happening, he saw Ukrainian soldiers standing before him. They quietly and immediately took the soldier away. Shortly afterward, they found another Russian soldier asleep. They quietly moved him from his spot in the same way. The operation ended successfully without any clashes. and they managed to take the captured soldiers away. This operation actually demonstrates very clearly just how aimlessly Russian soldiers were wandering around on the front lines, and that there was no chain of command. In Russia's Bryansk Oblast, a pattern has emerged. Russian forces moving through forested routes keep getting intercepted. Ukraine's 1st Territorial Defense Brigade Panama unit operating with drones across this border region, targeting anyone moving through the tree lines. The forest roads that were supposed to offer cover have become one of the most dangerous routes on this stretch of the front. First target of the operation, a Russian ground robotic complex, located and struck. Next, a motorcyclist moving through the sector. Whatever speed the rider pushes, the drone closes the gap and reaches him anyway. An ATV, this time an ambush drone, already waiting on the route. No time to react, no chance to change course. A supply corridor that Russian forces keep trying to use. Vehicles moving ammunition, personnel, equipment toward positions that depend on what arrives. Every time something moves through here, drone operators are already watching. The routes that were supposed to be safe aren't. The vehicles that were supposed to arrive don't. Each one intercepted before it reaches its destination. Russia keeps sending them through the same corridors. The result keeps being the same. The front is running short on everything that travels this road. A drone operator slipping into a Russian artillery position. Clothing and boots visible outside the shelter, signs of recent occupation that confirm someone is inside. The shelter gets hit first. Then the artillery piece itself, strike after strike until it can no longer be used. A position that was firing on Ukrainian lines this morning won't be firing again. The operation doesn't stop there. Old UAZ vehicles bringing soldiers into the same area, one after another, each one intercepted before reaching the position. No counter-drone protection, no cover, the same sector, the same result for everyone sent through it. A Ukrainian FPV operator lifts off over the Lyman direction, a sector that's seen constant pressure for months. The search begins. Tree lines, abandoned buildings, any route Russian forces might use to move or resupply. Within minutes, the first target appears. A motorcyclist moving along a road, then a soldier near a shelter, then the shelter itself. The operator works through the area systematically, and everything that was operating here when the shift started isn't by the time it ends. Lyman direction, SIGNUM battalion operators airborne and scanning. Russian artillery has been hitting Ukrainian infantry positions in this sector, and the reconnaissance team is tracking down where the guns are hidden. Camouflage netting, tree cover, abandoned buildings. Each one checked methodically. 4 artillery pieces located across the sweep, each one concealed differently, each one found the same way. Strike drones move in one by one. The guns that were shelling Ukrainian positions when the shift started are quiet by the time it ends. 48 hours, 13 more electrical nodes struck across the occupied south. Mariupol, Melitopol, Henichesk, Berdyansk, Zaporizhzhia region, Crimea, Ukraine's Magyar's birds, working through the grid sector by sector. That brings the total to 201 energy targets since the operation began. Here's what's happening behind these numbers. Russian military radar, air defense systems, and communication equipment all draw from the same grid that's being systematically dismantled. Every substation that goes dark forces those systems onto backup generators. Those generators run on fuel. The maritime campaign has been cutting that fuel supply for weeks. Power and fuel running short simultaneously, the military infrastructure holding occupied territory together is being squeezed from both sides at once. The northern Slobozhansky direction, a sector where Russian artillery has been a constant pressure on Ukrainian positions. Ukraine's Chimera unit drone operators locate each gun one by one. A position hidden in a tree line, a howitzer tucked behind a building, crews that thought the distance kept them safe. The guns that were firing this morning aren't firing by the time the operators finish the sweep. That's how Russian artillery goes quiet on this front. Ukrainian MiG-29 pilots delivering GBU-39 guided bomb strikes on a dam and bridge crossings in the north. Infrastructure Russia depends on to move troops and supplies. Bridges and crossings hit repeatedly in the same areas, each time setting back Russia's ability to rotate forces across these routes. What you just watched is happening every single day. As of today, day 1625 of this war, Russia's total combat losses have reached approximately 1,452,880 personnel, with 1,130 more in the last 24 hours. This morning, Russia fired 28 missiles at Ukraine, and not a single one was intercepted by air defenses. 14 people killed in the Kyiv region, nearly 30 injured. A hospital in Zaporizhzhia struck overnight. Russia set new wartime records for missile strikes in July, averaging over 12 per day, the highest rate since the invasion began. On the front line, 216 combat engagements recorded today. Ukraine knocked out up to 40% of Russia's refining capacity since the campaign began. ISW assessed this week that Russia's offensive has produced no operationally significant gains in over 2 months. Russia keeps pressing. Ukraine keeps holding and keeps striking deeper into Russia with every week that passes. Drop a comment. With 28 missiles and not one intercepted, what does Ukraine need most right now?